my name is Celeste and I am the Teen Services Librarian at the St. Albert Public Library, and I'm here today to talk to you about the Young Reader's Choice Award. The Young Reader's Choice Award is an annual battle of the books, and I've got the 8 books here that are up to win the Intermediate Division Award, so that's the category for grades 7 to 9. What you want to do is you want to read the books and then vote for your favorite before April 15, 2022. You can find these books and more at www.sapple.ca. So the first book that's up for the Young Reader's Choice Award is The Bridge Home by Padmaven Kitramen. This is a beautiful story about 4 homeless kids in Chennai, India, who live in the streets. They find shelter under a bridge, adopt a stray dog, and make a kind of found family. By working together, they find the strength and the grit to survive. Read this book if you love determined characters and survival stories. I Can Make This Promise by Christine Day is another realistic story about family. 12-year-old Edie is a budding artist who lives in Seattle. She's always known that her father is white and that her mother is Indigenous, but was adopted into a white family. When Edie discovers an old box of letters and photographs from someone named Edith Graham, who bears a striking resemblance to little Edie, everything she thought she knew about her family is put into question. What have her parents been hiding from her this whole time? This moving story is all about confronting painful family secrets and finding your roots. I Love You So Mochi by Sarah Kuhn is all about Japanese-American teen Kimi. Kimi is headed to a prestigious art school, but instead of wanting to paint, all she wants to do is create beautiful dresses and fashion designs, much to her mother's chagrin. Unsure what to do with her life, she's given the chance to spend spring break with her grandpa in Kyoto. This spring break turns out to be life-changing and even a little bit romantic with the cute boy selling mochi at the shop nearby. Read this book if you enjoy books that deal with family pressures, cultural identity, and sweet romances. Design plays a big part in this next pick, Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim. Maya lives in a world where marriage is her only prospect as a girl. Unhappy with this fate, she disguises herself as a boy to compete for the role of imperial tailor. In a cutthroat competition, she travels to the far corners of the kingdom to finish impossible tasks, including creating dresses out of the moon's tears, the sun's laughter, and the blood of stars. This is an epic fantasy adventure that you just can't put down. This next book is great for bookworms who love magical worlds with fierce characters. Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson is about Elizabeth. Elizabeth has been raised in a magical library knowing that sorcerers are evil. She has limitless book smarts but very little life experience. This library contains grimoires, magic books that when disturbed turn into monsters of ink and leather. When an act of sabotage threatens her precious library, she's cast away to the capital, only to join forces with an untrustworthy sorcerer. They work together to uncover a conspiracy that unravels everything Elizabeth has ever known. Another epic action-packed adventure is Tristan Strong Punches a Hole in the Sky. In this book, Tristan is sent to his grandparents' farm to recover after a tragic accident. One night, he chases this weird paper doll that crawls out of a notebook and accidentally, punches a hole in the sky. He finds himself in a world with a burning sea, haunted bone ships, and iron monsters. Tristan has to entice the tricky god Anansi to come out of hiding and repair the hole in the sky. But when you work with Anansi, there's always a price to pay. We Contained Multitudes by Sarah Henstra is a pick for anyone who loves heartfelt, realistic stories. It's about Jonathan and Curl. They're 2 high school students who could not be any more different. Jonathan wears bow ties, he loves poetry, and he's openly gay at his school. Curl, on the other hand, is a rising football star who unexpectedly quit the team under strange circumstances. They're put together for a letter-writing assignment, and through the pages, over time they build a relationship, a friendship, and eventually love. This book deals with some heavy topics like bullying and homophobia, but it's emotional and charming, and you're just going to love it. Now, if you like poetry as much as Jonathan, you will love White Rose by Kip Wilson. This novel tells the real-life story of Sophie Scholl in World War II through poetry. Sophie is a German teen who joins a Nazi youth group like many of her peers. As she starts to pay attention to the world around her, she begins to uncover the horrors of the regime, especially as she witnesses youth, including her brother Hans, arrested and forced into labor camps. She realizes that her anger and silence isn't enough and joins the White Rose resistance. She creates and distributes leaflets that reveal the horrors of the Nazis, but it's risky. This action is punishable by death. This is a gripping and inspiring real-life story about turning outrage into action. All of these picks are up for the prestigious Young Reader's Choice Award this year. Find these books and more on our website at www.sapple.ca.